everybody, what's up? It's Lisa. So I've never had a normal job. Wait, no, that's not true. I worked at GameStop. Yeah, I worked shifts. I dealt with customers who brought in pre-owned games for trade, like, here's Madden 2002, give me $50 for this. No, the disc is cracked in half, it's sticking to my fingers, and you brought it in a used pizza box. Get out of my store! But that was a very short period of time in my life. Mostly, I've done acting jobs because I'm an actor, and that's what I do. And I was reflecting yesterday on the many odd acting gigs that I have booked through the years. You guys know of one. I was on the cover of the Sugar Bomb album Bully, where I was the angry little child with a big gap in my teeth. Well, that gig ended up being cool, but I have definitely experienced the idea that you have to book a lot of weird acting jobs before you get a good one. It's true what they say that Hollywood 99% of the time is not glamorous. Even when I booked all that, I was like, I have made it, wave to me atop my Nickelodeon throne. I'm going to be handing out orange blimps and walking orange carpets and doing commercials for Claire's. I'm teen royalty! Then I realized it was actually a job, and I found myself in a bathtub full of dead fish and swimming in a vat full of chili, among other very unpleasant things. So here's a few very weird jobs that I booked that you definitely don't know about. The first one was a print job for Frazier Chocolates. Frazier Chocolates. It's Finnish. I think it's Frazier. Frazier Chocolates is like a Finland chocolate brand, and I booked this job, and when I showed up, they dressed me all in blue and put this big giant blue bouffant wig on me. And there were 3 other actors. There was a mom and a dad and a son, and they dressed them all in blue and they put crazy blue wigs on them. And then we just stood there and they took our picture with zero explanation. Like, what was the backstory of this blue family? I looked like Marge Simpson's other daughter. We're like Simpsons character rejects. Did we live in a blue town? Did we have a blue dog? Did we have a blue house with a blue window? I never even saw the ad. I think it was like a magazine ad. And I've no, if you guys can find it, have fun. That's your mission. Another weird job, people ask me about this one all the time. Master of Disguise. So the internet says that I was in this movie. I was not actually in this movie. What happened was, me with a few of my fellow All That cast members, we were asked to appear in this movie with Dana Carvey called Master of Disguise. So we showed up on set not really knowing what we were doing there, but we met Dana Carvey, and he's like the sweetest man ever in the world. So at one point in the movie, there's like this toy convention, and we run up to Dana Carvey in his current disguise, holding a bunch of All That memorabilia. And then Chelsea points at Dana and says, "That's the guy, he stole our booth." So then he's like, "Oh no, I have to run away now." And he runs away, and it's like everybody chases him, and it's total chaos. So that was our scene. And lo and behold, we show up to the movie premiere, and we were sitting there, and like, our scene is not in the movie. We're like, obviously not. It made no sense. Another weird job I had was one that I booked locally in Portland. When I lived in Oregon, I booked several jobs up there. One of them were the commercials for the Raving Rabbids video game. And it was a job that I didn't really know what it was for when I auditioned for it. You're immediately thinking porn. It's not porn. And I get on set, and turns out it's an HP training video. I guess. I don't have any pictures or video from it because I've never seen it. But I was just this very plain looking girl in this kind of game show setup that talked about HP products. Super weird. Never seen it. Again, if you can find it, I would. Actually, maybe I don't want to see that one. But before all of it was my very, very first commercial I ever booked, and it was for Dunkin' Donuts. So the Dunkin' Donuts commercial was my entry into Hollywood. It was my introduction to all things glamorous acting. Here's a couple factors that made this job just kind of awful. We filmed it in the heat of summer. I remember it was like 100 degrees outside, but the commercial was for Christmas, so we had to dress in winter garb. So we were all in this muggy, hot soundstage wearing parkas. Next, the point of the commercial was that we were singing Christmas carols and eating donuts. And the more donuts we ate, the less you could understand us because we were mumbling. You get it. So that meant we had to eat donuts over and over and over and over and over and over. After every take, they have what's called a spit bucket, and they take this bucket around to each person, and they spit out their donuts that they ate during the take. And when it gets to you, you're not probably the first person to spit into it, so you're looking into just all of these half-eaten donuts. Oh, it's so gross just remembering it. I was like 11 or something, and I was so disgusted by the spit bucket that I'm like, screw it, I am eating these donuts. I am not looking into that bucket. I'm not spitting out my donut. I am, like a champ, gonna eat these donuts. Keep them coming. Honestly, I lost count after 30. I'm pretty sure I ate around 50 donuts that day. And just to make it a little bit worse, because it was a winter scene, they needed to make it snow. Now, I don't know that much about effects in Hollywood or what they use to make it snow. Maybe these days they just use video graphics. That would be nice. But back then, they shook crap from the ceiling, and in this case, it was torn up plastic bags. So there was bits of plastic raining down on us as we were eating the donuts. So that meant that the plastic was piling up on the donuts as we were eating them. So not only were we eating the deep fried donut-y bread, we were inhaling plastic. So I was hot and I was sweating and my parka was itchy and there was that horrifying spit bucket somewhere nearby and I was full because I was eating so many donuts and then I was inhaling plastic. Yeah, this acting thing is great. Let's keep it up. Okay, well, you've probably had some super weird jobs, so tweet those at me, at Lisa Foiles, facebook.com/Lisa Foiles Official. And if any of you worked at GameStop, I'd love to hear those horror stories as well, so I can laugh at you, with you, either one. Okay, well, I'm gonna go try not to think about that spit bucket for the rest of the day. You know, I really thought I'd purged that from my mind, but here we are. And I remember it so vividly. So squishy bread, spitty, oh god. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want more vids, please subscribe because I feel like we're friends at this point, and that's what friends do. Subscribe.